In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve two of the most challenging math questions ACT has to offer. These are real ACT math questions, so understanding and studying them is one of the best ways to improve your current ACT score. So ACT math section is one complete section that you will have to take all at once. It will always be the second section on the test, and you have 60 minutes to complete 60 questions. The ACT arranges its questions in order of ascending difficulty. As a general rule of thumb, questions 1 to 20 will be considered easy. Questions 21 to 40 will be considered medium difficulty. And then questions 41 to 60 will be considered difficult. The way the ACT classifies easy and difficult is by how long it takes the average student to solve problem, as well as the percentage of students who answer the question correctly. Let's take a look at this problem right here. This is considered to be one of the 21 challenging ACT problems. So it says for all real numbers B and C such that the product of C and 3 is B, which of the following expressions represents the numbers of C and 3 in terms of B? So first thing you have to do here is set up the equation that you were told. So we're looking at the real numbers B and C such that the product, so product is multiply of C and 3 is B. So that means when you take C times 3, it comes out to B. Okay, so here we can go 3C equals to B. It says which of the following expressions represent the sum of C and 3 in terms of B. Okay, so basically we're looking for what C plus 3 is. Okay, so we're looking for what C plus 3 is. So here, first thing we want to do is solve for C, because as you can see, we need C plus 3, right? So here you need to solve for C, isolate the C. So to do that, you would have to do the opposite of multiply by 3. So that is to divide by 3. So divide by 3. And then this would cancel out. So then you would have C is B over 3. So this is what C is. But we're looking for C plus 3. Okay, so to go from C to C plus 3, you would want to add 3 to it. Okay, so here I would have C, and then I'm going to add 3 to it, so plus 3. Okay, so here be B over 3, and then plus 3. Okay, so now looking at this, so here you can see C plus 3, so this is what we're looking for, and that came out to B over 3 plus 3. So this is your final answer. And then when we go back up here, which one is it? Okay, so it's going to be this one. So your final answer here is going to be E. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. So it says consider the function f of x is square root of x, and then g of x is 7x plus b in the standard xy coordinate plane. So you have ordered pair xy, and then y is f of g of x passes through 4, 6, the point 4, 6. What is the values of b? So we're looking for b. Okay, so we know from working with the composition function f of g of x is that you have to work inside out. So basically you have to find what g of x is and then find f of that. So basically here your g of x is going to be your input value for functions f of x. So again, the g of x is the input. So here we have f of g of x. So g of x is the 7x plus b. Okay, so we're going to take g of x and we're going to plug it into the x of the f of x. So that means the 7x plus b, okay, because g of x is 7x plus b, right? Okay, so that's going to go in to the x of the f of x. Okay, so f of x is square root of x, so that is going to be square root of 7x plus b. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this whole thing again. So this is f of x. Okay, so your f of x is going to be square root of 7x plus b. Okay, so we have this equation that we can use to work with. Okay, so now that we know that this function passes through the point 4, 6, so this is going to be your xy. So now that we know the x and the y, okay, x is 4 and then y is 6, we can replace those numbers, okay, and then solve for b. That is what we're looking for. Okay, so f of x is another name for y. So your y is 6. So it's going to be 6 is square root of 7x. So that's going to be 7 times 4 plus b. Okay, we're going to solve for b. So here we have 6 is square root of 28 plus b. So solving for b is to get the b all by itself. So we have to isolate the b. So first thing we have to do is get rid of the square root. So how do we get rid of the square root? Well, to get rid of the square root, you want to square it. So if you square the right-hand side, you got to square the left-hand side. So here we have 36 is square is going to cancel with the square root. So you're left with 28 plus b. Okay, and then to get the b all by itself, to isolate the b, you want to minus 28 and then minus 28. Okay, so this is going to give you 8 is 28 minus 28 is 0. Bring down the b. So the values of b is 8. So the correct answer for this one is going to be A.